Yeah, chiska. Dollar, pounds are pounds. Yeah, the heat, no. Me the heat, no. Abutrika to pressure, my bang.
Follow for no energy.
Oja. Hey. Listen, Abutrika's lyrics are coming back to life because Abutrika said he has bought pressure for Abang. And breaking news right now, I'm recording this. They say Frederick Kumi, aka Abutrika, sues Interior Ministry, NACOC, EOCO, and FBI over his arrests and detention. And he's saying that they violated his rights. Abutrika to pressure my bank.
Oja.
So we were all here when Abutrika was arrested on the 11th of December. A lot happened. I brought you the updates, but now Abutrika has done the Uno reverse. Now he is suing all these people and claiming that his arrest and everything that he went through, no, he has a problem with them.
And I have the full gist for you. I'm the Headless YouTuber, there's Headless Reactions. Alatiare, EOCO!
So we were all here when on the 11th of December 2025, there was this article from the Justice Department of USA saying that Abutrika, there's an indictment out. Abutrika is wanted, or yes, there's an indictment against Abutrika defrauding elderly victims of $8 million. And since 2023 till now, he has defrauded them $8 million, and they have been using AI to assume false identities and also form close personal relationship with these elderly victims and stuff. And according to the indictment, he was hit with 2 charges. 1, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and then 2, money laundering conspiracy. These were the 2 charges according to the FBI indictment that came now. And because of that, he faces up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. Now, on the 11th of December, they went to arrest Abutrika. The news broke, and then EOCO came to put out this statement. They said that they've arrested Abutrika, and they said EOCO team in an international investigation with the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, the Internal Criminal Police Organization, that's Interpol, National Investigations Bureau, NIB, and together with the Cybersecurity Agency, CSA, and the Office of the Attorney General undertook this operation, the operation to arrest Abutrika. That's why Abutrika too said he's coming to sue the Narcotics Control Commission, NACOC, Economics and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, and also the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and also the Interior Ministry. He is suing them because the Interior, they can't come and extradite somebody without the approval or consent of the Interior Ministry. That's why he's doing this. Now, you remember on the 14th of December, his interrogation video came out where they were interrogating him, asking him questions without his lawyer present, of course, asking him what he does for a living. He didn't want to answer, and they were probing and all these things. I said, yawa on his part. So that one too, part of the reasons why he's angry and suing.
Okay, so you're from Trimberma. I'm lawyer Trimberma. I'm the deputy director for Narcotics Control Commission. Okay. So now my question is, dear, going away. Your lawyer should answer the question for the work that you are doing. Your lawyer cannot answer that question for you.
Now, you remember on the 23rd of December, they went to the Ghc District Court. That was the first time that they went to court for the preliminary hearing, the extradition preliminary hearing on the 23rd of December. When they went, that's when they said that the 2 charges that they've put on him, conspiracy to commit crime, to wit, defrauding by false pretense, that's the fraud, and then conspiracy to commit crime, to wit, money laundering. Now, Abutrika was arrested with 2 of his friends, Lord Eshan and Bernard Edu. These 2 guys were also arrested, and according to their lawyers in there, they said that the extradition warrant that came, Lord Eshan and Bernard Edu, their names were not on the extradition warrant, so they should be released. This one that they are charging them to a co-conspiracy, they should be released. They were denied bail that day on the 23rd of December when they went to court, and then the case was adjourned to the 13th of January 2026. And after that, after that court session, their lawyer even said that they filed 2 applications, one to get them their bail grants, and also to squash this whole process of the extradition and whatever, because the whole thing doesn't make sense. Now, on the 13th of January 2026, when they went back to the court, the state was supposed to provide evidence against Bernard Edu and Lord Eshan, and there was no evidence against them. And that was where Abu Trica's lawyer also came to say that if the guy is charged with conspiracy and you are discharging his co-conspirators, then you have to discharge him too. That one too became a lot of back and forth in the court, and then they were denied bail on that day. But on the 26th of January, they went back to the court, and that was where Abu Trica and the other 2 guys were discharged. And it was on that 26th of January that Oliver Bakavomawo came to write that just finished at the Ghc District Court. Abu Trica and 2 others have been discharged. NACOC just tried to rearrest them inside the courtroom. Judge offended. Because when they went to court, this was the document. You can see Frederick Kumi or Emmanuel Kojoba, that's the first accused, Abu Trica. And also Lord Eshan, the second accused, Bernard Edu, the third accused. And the notice said that, take note that the Honorable Attorney General has, pursuant to Section 59 of the Criminal and Other Offences Pursuant Act 1960, Act 30, withdraw Lord Eshan, second accused person, and Bernard Edu, third accused person, herein from prosecution in respect to all charges brought against them in this case. And this is what they said on the 26th. But then in court, if the judge gives a ruling, okay, you guys have been discharged and you have to rearrest them again, you don't do that in the courtroom. You have to do that outside. Let them walk out like they are free. Yes. Then they'll get arrested. But the NACOC people tried to arrest them in the court, which ethically, I mean, it looks like you're undermining the decision of the court, so the judge can get angry. But then when they came out again, they were rearrested, especially Abu Trica. He cried there, he was rearrested. The other guys, I've seen videos of them linking up with their friends. They are out. That's Bernard Edu and Lord Eshan. They are out. And then today I'm seeing this, that Abu Trica is suing all these people. He's suing NACOC, he's suing EOCO, he's suing FBI, he's suing the Interior Ministry, because according to him, how he was treated throughout the arrest process and everything, they have infringed on his rights. And I'm going to say, yes, Abu Trica to pressure, I'm a Hey! In a suit filed against state security agencies and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Kumi contends that his arrest on the 11th of December 2025 was carried out under conditions that amounted to torture and cruel, inhumane, and degrading treatment, contrary to Article 15 of the Constitution. He avers that he was restrained in handcuffs from morning until late evening, denied food, water, rest, and other basic necessities, and subjected to severe physical and psychological distress while in the custody of officers of the Narcotics Control Commission, that's NACOC, EOCO, and the Attorney General, that's the State Security. Abu Trica further alleges that he was interrogated while handcuffed, like I showed you, surrounded by armed officers, threatened and intimidated, and cruelly denied access to a lawyer of his choice despite repeated requests. He argues that these actions violated his rights to dignity, legal representation, and a fair trial under Article 15 and 19 of the Constitution. At the heart of the case is the involvement of agents of the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. Abu Trica argues that foreign law enforcement officers were allowed to question him on Ghanaian soil while he was in custody and without legal representation. He insists that this should never have happened, saying the FBI has no independent powers to arrest or interrogate suspects in Ghana. The applicant is also challenging the search of his Swedru residence, popularly known as Abu Trica's mansion. He says the search was carried out while he was already in custody, without giving him or a representative the choice or the chance to be present. An action he believes violated his rights to privacy and fair treatment. Nature said when they came, they arrested him. He was in handcuff. You saw the video, he was in handcuff and they were asking him questions. No food, no water. The handcuff was tight. He was in pain. And they arrested him before they search his house. So if they search his house right now that there's nobody to monitor the search and they plant something in his house, how would they know that something has been planted? So Trica. Yanko. Also, beyond the interrogation itself, Trica is raising concerns about what happened after his arrest. He says he was recorded while in custody and that the footage later found its way onto social media. The video that I showed you, he also protested. He is also protesting a public statement issued by one of the state agencies, which described him as a notorious cyber criminal before any court had determined his crime. And I'm sure that's the EOCO statement, Okay. Yes, it's the EOCO statement. The EOCO statement says the Economic and Organized Crime Office and a multi-agency task force have carried out an operation which has led to the arrest of one of Ghana's notorious scammers. So it's the EOCO decision, no? That's what he's contesting right now. Interesting. Medruhin. According to him, that description damaged his reputation and undermined his right to be presumed innocent. The person has been arrested. No court has determined whether he's a scammer or then you come and you come and say that he's one of the notorious scammers in Ghana. Based on these claims, Trica is asking the court to throw out any statements, passwords, electronic data, or devices obtained from him while he was in custody without access to a lawyer, as well as any items retrieved from the search of his house or his home. He's saying that because of all these things, the court should throw out all the evidence. Because the evidence, if you get the evidence illegally or you get the evidence some way, not the legal route, you cannot use it in court. That's why you have to go use the process. So this is what Trica is saying. Based on these claims, all right. He is further asking the court to stop the FBI or any foreign agents from exercising investigative powers over him in Ghana and to grant an interim injunction preventing his extradition or transfer to any foreign country until the case is fully resolved. Interesting. In addition, he is seeking 10 million Ghana cedis in compensation, arguing that the alleged violations have caused him serious emotional distress, reputational damage, and lasting psychological harm. So this is why Trica is suing all these people. Trica is suing the Interior Ministry, suing the Narcotics Control Commission, that's the NACOC, suing the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, also suing FBI because of all these things. He was detained for hours. No food, no water. They interrogated him without a lawyer present. They searched his house without him being able to monitor or anybody monitoring anything. After that, they came to put out a statement that he's a notorious scammer, even without any court determining that he's guilty or not guilty. So 10 million in damages, and also all the things, his laptop, the passwords that they got, all the evidence in his house, the cars, the scrap all of them. So yes, this is why Trica is suing all these people. What do you think about it? Share your views in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. As time goes on, we'll be bringing you more gists. And you know that here, the gist, we give it to you so that you understand everything into the deep inside. Aye.
Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah, Yapon.